Well, that's that. The Final Four is all set. And it was the New York Islanders who completed that last piece of the puzzle. They easily shut down the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0. So in all three teams who took 3-1 leads ended up having to play Game 7 anyway, but they all won them. Dallas, Vegas, and now the Islanders. So okay, so that's complete. And it was a good game. Out of three game sets that took place, I would rate that in the middle of the pack. I rate that number two. Our game definitely number one. A lot of goals, a lot of chaos. It went to overtime, and and the Vegas game was third. It wasn't really a bad game, but it was just like ugh. And then Vegas finally realized, hey, we can score goals and put one in, and put two more in after Demko was gone. So yeah, so the Islanders won, and now for the first time since 1993, they're in the Eastern Conference Final, and they'll face Tampa. That series starts Monday, and that's going to be pretty interesting. That's going to be a pretty interesting series. Um, but yeah, it's been 27 years since the Isles got this close, and they're playing against a Tampa Bay team that's trying their best to avenge the embarrassment that was last season. 62 wins and not one win in the playoff game. Even worse, they got swept by Columbus. But yeah, Tampa's trying to exercise that demon and win the whole thing. That's the only way they can do it, is win the whole thing. But I don't think they are, because I think the Islanders are going to be a lot for them. I think the Islanders are one of those dangerous teams that can mess with top teams like that. They already took Washington. They already took out Washington and Philly, and now they're going after. Now they got Tampa. I think the Islanders take this. I really do. It has been 30. It's been 27 years since they've been to the conference final. It's been 36 years since they've been to the Cup final, and that was in '84 when they went to the Stanley Cup final for what was the fifth straight year. So so I think the Isles take this. Islanders in six. It's not going seven. Um, I wanted to say five, but I think it'll be six. Islanders in six. That's my East final prediction. The West final. Obviously, the better of the two conference finals. Sorry, but it is. Vegas and Dallas. Two teams. Two round robin teams. Of course, it was originally a tale of two different teams. I mean, Vegas roared through the round robin while Dallas kind of limped. But despite this, these two teams are meeting for the Clarence Campbell Bowl, and Dallas kind of showed that their offense is every bit as potent as teams like Colorado and Vegas. Though especially Vegas had some offensive hiccups. I don't know if they're still going to exist or not, but they have the goaltending. They've got Fleury, a Cup winner, and Leonard, who has a lot of who's always been good. Dallas has Hudobin, and I think it's going to be Hudobin pretty much through and through, because we're not going to see Bishop. We're not going to see Bishop after that bad first period he had. But yeah, Dallas has one good goalie. Vegas has two, and I think that alone is going to be the difference. My prediction is Vegas in seven. It's not going to go less than that, because these two teams are too dangerous. They're too loaded, and it's going to be chaos, just like when Dallas played the Avalanche. It's going to be chaos. But that's my prediction: Vegas in seven. So you heard it. So you heard it here. You heard it here. East, Islanders in six. West, Knights in seven. Islanders Knights final. That will be interesting, especially since from the Avalanche perspective, it means either Stassy's going to get a cup or Varlamov is. But but yeah, that should be interesting if that final happens. So and tomorrow begins the Western Conference Final. Game one between Vegas and Dallas is tomorrow, and I will recap that tomorrow night. So that's my recap of tonight's Game 7. The Elite Eight is over. It is time for the Final Four. and I will recap Game 1 tomorrow. So until then, my fellow hockey fans,